Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. Welcome to another Plane Shift stream. Oh, yes. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here, guys. Today we work on something because we find out that one of the tests that I made quite some time ago, which was the a test on sounds, right? Actually slipped into the game. So yeah. So it's actually in production at the moment. So we need to fix it. So basically, there is this page that I designed some time ago that is explaining how the sounds are associated to weapons. And basically the idea was that you could have an association between the weapon and the material that you are hitting, right? And there is this kind of rule, right, which is weapon type plus material plus hit, right? I have to double check that this is still the case, because for example here I've seen that few things have been changed, right? Like there is not anymore this broadcast attack animation. Actually there is this broadcast animation, but there is not anymore the broadcast attack sound. Yeah, so basically at this line we pass the sound ID, and the sound ID is built this way, right? It's built for melee skills we use the race minus 4, because 4 is the skill. Exactly. Let me start the editor meanwhile. And otherwise we use the weapon. Now, I don't remember if... I don't remember if this is the swing or this is the hit. I think it is the swing. Ah, yes. So there is the swing sound. Yeah, there is the swing sound. Correct. And then there is the hit sound. So they are separate, right? So there is the swing sound and the hit sound. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we use 4 because 4 is the metal skill ID. Then there is the hit sound when someone is hit, right? And here we create something different. We create sound ID as weapon type plus the material hit plus the hit. So where hit is where the hit. Let me see. One hit or 0 block. And the materials are defined as flesh, wood, metal, carapace, fur, and slime, right? These are the materials that you can hit. Hello, hello, Hula. No more sound of sheep. Yeah, exactly. We need to fix it. And I want to release. I want to make a release so that there are a number of bugs that I fixed, and I would like to put it on Steam, right? So, what about the card game? I'm proceeding. I also have 2 friends that are helping, so I gave them some work, right? And so they are helping a bit, and they are thinking about mechanics and other stuff. So yeah, I made progress. You will see maybe something more next week or this weekend. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, I'm working on it sometimes. Hello, Dub Boy. Hello, hello. Can you just expose the sound file for weapon non-package folder so we can replace them? No, I think I don't want you to change the game too much. I mean, I think that I would like to have mods, but mods meaning enhancements, right? But if you just switch our sound to another game sound, I would not like it, right? Because it should be our sound. But for example, in the past we we have allowed the skin modding of the UI, right? And maybe the UI sounds can be changed, right? Like the clicks and things like that. But really, the weapon sounds, I don't know. I think they are fairly important, fairly characteristic, right, of a game. So I don't know if I want that to be changeable. But yeah, but I mean, supporting mods I think is a great idea. I just don't know how to do it, but maybe we will do something like that in the future. Yes. Like for example, if I allow you to change a monster, right, with another 3D model, I mean that would be a bit weird, right? But because it's no more our game. But there are definitely things that can be changed, right? I thought about it a number of times, but it's I don't know exactly how to do it, and we'll have to research it a bit and understand how to. Basically, yes, have a directory where you can put assets, but I don't know if you need to have assets or if you also can. I think that wave sounds probably you can just load the sound, but otherwise you need to have U assets, right? So. In fact, I think that the games that are allowing modding a lot, like Baldur's Gate or things like that, they basically give you their editor or a stripped down version of their editor, right? So it's basically this editor, right? The same that I use for the game, just to make the game, just stripped down with certain functions so that you can actually read the same files, substitute the same files, right? So yeah, I mean, we can think about it, but it's not something urgent, I would say. So I don't know whenever it will be done, right? Model changing, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can have exploits, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like for example, if you can change the model of something that you have to find inside a desert, right? You can make it a 100 meters skyscraper 3D model, so you see it immediately, right? So anything that you hide or is hard to find, if you can change the 3D model, becomes easy, right? And so on. Yeah, so you have to be a bit careful on that, actually. Okay, so we have these two sounds, right? And then we have, and then what do we have? And then we have a data table, which is on the client, and it's on the client for simplicity, right? But that I built, but actually this was a bit of a sample, right? And then I never expanded it, unfortunately. And DT combat attack sound CSV. Yeah, you see that this actually is pointing to a CSV file. Hello, thank you for the follow. Hello, that boy. Hey. Thank you. DT what? DT combat attack. DT combat. I think it's probably under audio. Ah, here it is. I found it. DT combat attack and DT combat results. They are separate. Really? Yeah, they are actually separate. Okay. So one is the attack table and the other is the results table. Yeah, and here it is. Here it is. The Cormi are our sheep. So Yeah, that's the dummy entry that I put there just to do a test, and unfortunately, I slipped in. Yeah, it is a work that I never finished doing, but basically, we can do it now. So we have these two opportunities, right? So when the weapon swings and when the weapon hit, right? And the weapon swing is now this W, what did we say? W weapon skill or race minus whatever the result, right? So W is our, yeah, exactly. W are our weapons. So sword, knife, axe, mace, hammer, polearm, and ranged, right? And I think we didn't have a good sound for them. The reason we didn't is because I think I was thinking that, I mean, actually we didn't, because we didn't have the sounds, right? So I didn't know what to put there. But maybe we can do it now. We can find some, and let me see, under what? Under audio combat. So we have an audio combat. Yeah, you see there is very, very little here, right? So you have to imagine that you hear something like this, right? So the swing and the hit, Now, I think if you make the sounds too evident, they may become annoying, right? And so we have to be a bit careful of not exaggerating, right, with this sounds. I think we have to be kind of careful on this, that we don't overdo it, right? That we don't overdo it. I would say that the sounds are nice, but company in general could probably use some polishing, like some way to toggle lock your character to be in a valid facing direction for a target. I mean, it's like it, you know. Yes, that is definitely true. I mean, our combat is very, very clunky, I know. I know, it's not very easy to do though, because we decided to have, you know, non-blocking characters. So basically, you can go through a monster, right? And maybe I have to change that. I don't know. Maybe I have to change it. But the fact that you can go through makes things harder, because the monster doesn't really bump on you, but it goes through you, and so sometimes you find yourself in the opposite side, the wrong direction. Yeah, it's not. Does word hit flash Q? Does sound more like a hit? Yeah. In fact, it is a hit. There is a hit. And this is a swing. Alright. Exactly. So we need to create all the swing and all the hit. Okay, so let's go Creative Commons 0. Let me stop the music a second, because we have to listen to the... That is probably the one that we already took, or anyway, it's very similar to the one that we have. I like this sound. I like this sound. Is a bit of echo, but I think it's pretty cool, actually. It's like a hit on chainmail, right? So can we eat chainmail or not? Yes, we can, because we have actually the system allows us to choose sound for everything, right? Now we can duplicate, right? We can say everything is the same. So we have, for example, here we have sword on flesh, right? Knife on flesh, axe on flesh, melee on flesh. So melee, polearm on flesh, right? And then I have all this one which is empty, right? Which is all these ones on wood, on metal, on carapace, right? Well, I have some filled in actually, but you see a lot of are just reused, right? A lot are just reused. And then there is hit or block. So if it's a hit or if it's a block, right? And at the moment I put them identical. I didn't change hit or block. It's the same thing. Okay, but let's fix the swing first, right? Because our problem at the moment is the swing, and we can put the same one everywhere, right? But if we can, you know, to specialize it a bit, will be nice, right? Some metallic sound for non-damaging attack. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes, we do that already. It's called the modulator. We have it already in our sounds pretty much. I mean, I don't know if we have it everywhere, right? But there is a modulator that basically allows to slightly change the tone and the volume, right? So is sometimes we have really different sounds, and sometimes we do that. So that is slightly changing based on the situation, right? Yeah, we do that already. We do that already. Wow. There is a lot of background noise, but I think this sound can be fixed. I think it can be fixed actually. Let me try, and we can manipulate it a bit, you know, by lowering the frequency and doing other stuff. So I think that there is a chance that we can create a few different sounds with just one thing. I mean, it will take a bit of time, but it's fine. I think it's a good thing. I just want to be sure that the sounds are not too annoying, right? So that they are fairly quiet, because mainly when you, I mean, the attack sound is going to be played much, right? Very, very often. And I think it needs to be not too invasive, right? So not only in terms of volume, but also in terms of pitch and the way it sounds, right? Let me try to do some noise reduction on this thing. I don't know if it will be possible, but there is an insane amount of noise in this. Yeah, I think it did it somehow. Now these are all very, very, very short. So it really sounds like a knife, right? It really sounds like a knife. Mainly these ones, I think they sound like a knife. It's not bad though. I kind of like it actually. It's similar, eh? No, not the hit. Just the swing. We only have one swing, basically, right? We only have one swing. I'm thinking if we should split them. We only have one swing, yes. We only have one swing, which is really bad. All the others are hits. You know what? I think I'm gonna split it. So I think I will do a swing folder and a hit folder, because they will become many, and I think it's too hard to reconcile. Now, unfortunately, moving this will become, I mean, will break our files, right? But fine, like we can fix them, right? We can fix them, and also we will move the files to other places, so this will break it even more. But it's fine. We can redo it. You can also check for redirectors. Yeah, immediately created a redirector instantly. Yeah. All the rest is a hit, so I think it may add some, you know, maybe we should make a setting just to disable them from the settings menu, that you just disable this, the hit sound if you don't like them. I don't know. It's saying that he's doing that sound with a stick, with a wooden stick in the air. So in theory, it's more like an arrow, right? Okay, we did a bit of cleanup, right? So now we have two directories, the swing and the hit, okay? And we will have to change, obviously, here in our attack sound, this thing, because at the moment is no more there, right? So everything that is X now is called swinging X, but we will probably change some of those. So we have to, yeah, you see that now is kind of different. So that is the new thing. Wherever there is an X. Okay, and here is by race, but yeah, the character races are all the same, right? Actually, I remember we had I mean, there was a time back in the days, a long time ago, where we created audio files for all the creatures, but I think the result was not very good, and so I have to check if creatures. Yeah, you see that by creature we define the sound. This was 2004, my guys. It was 2004. Can you believe it? And these were the sounds. But this is the monster complaining about the hit. That is the monster voice. Which is a bit of a different what we are doing now. No, I don't think we had the yeah. And also, it's all there is an OGG file. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, because our previous engine was using OGG files. We were using OGG files for compression because it was better than the WAV files, and so we were using that, and we had a plugin for that. Because I remember, I'm just, you know, browsing into the old files and see, but I don't know if we had, I remember there was a wall directory with all those sounds, but if I remember right, I didn't like any of them, right? Someone worked on it. I don't remember if it was Tux or someone else in the team back in the days, but I didn't like the result, and at the end I didn't use them, right? So probably we are still there, right? We are still there. Yeah. Yeah. I guess the question is if we can get from this a longer swing, right? Because I think this is what I need. I need a longer swing. Like for example, this one is very quick. All of them are super quick, so the speed is very high, right? And did I close the... Oh, fuck, I did? Okay, fuck it. I don't know why it happened, but I did it. So I actually, I have to redo the noise reduction. I mean, it's very quick, but... so for example, if we take this guy, right? If we take this guy and then we decide to increase the tempo, what happens? I mean, usually you can increase the tempo a bit, right? But not really crazy. Not really crazy. Like if you go like this, you will destroy the sound probably. Yeah, exactly. So there is no way. I mean, the short sounds we can use, but we can use only for knives or things like that, right? I think I liked a lot this one. I don't remember if it was this one or one of these others. The last two sounds really like a knife. The last two really sound like a knife. Really. So I think the last two we are gonna keep. And we just have to be careful about the volume. To be sure that we... And also we have to be sure about the starting point. Do. 0.10. I think that the beginning should be 0. I mean, there should be no wait, right, between the beginning of the sound and the sound, because we are already timing it. So it should be instant, right? Should be really instant. This one is much better than this one, actually. But we can use it as a variation, right? If it's not really too much upswing on it, but it might be a bump between them. Yeah, there was an additional bump between two sounds. There was. I'm going +5. This one I don't really like too much. It's a bit too, but as a variation maybe, but it's a bit annoying. While this one sounds better. Maybe we'll only do this one. And then we will apply the up and down thingy. Okay, let me go under, where do we want to put this? Good question. I think that even if it's not permanent, it's fine. But let me create a weapon folder anyway. So this will be what? This will be swing knife, right? This will be swing knife. Okay. And so swing knife, we put it here. It was mono, right? Yeah, it was mono. And we create a new queue, and in the queue we can definitely have the modulator. I think it's no problem. Even if it usually is better to actually have multiple sounds instead of just one. We can search for a few more, right? So that is more, but the modulator can easily go from 0.9 to, well, in this case, I think it should be lower. So maybe 0.85, 1.05, and the volume, I don't know, the volume, I think it should stay as it is, but you hear that it's different, right? Hello, man with the keyboard. Hello, welcome back. Nice to see that you came back. Let's see if we can find any others that I like in this thing. The first one sounds more like a bow, but I don't like it too much. These are too fast, too strong. No, I think this file is done. I think this file is pretty much done. We just have to be sure that we set the mixer to what? To ambience? To ambience, yes. So that you will be able to change the volume of it from our settings, right? Yes. It's all kind of hitting the floor, opening into it. The first one, I mean, it's just surrounding echo. Yeah, there was a bit of noise there actually. But this one was not bad. We took one sound. Now we are going with CC0 sounds, right? Creative Commons 0. So we don't have the whole world to choose from, but not what we need. What the? What is that? This is a guy whistling, I think. Yeah, I searched the word swing, you know, so he has everything. Golf swing. Well, I mean, this one is not bad, but it sounds really fake. I don't know why it sounds so fake, but it sounds fake. Let me see if we can do something with it, but maybe not. Where is it? Let me open another window so I have both windows available. Okay. Let me see if we can significantly lower the pitch. Also, this one sounds wrong, by the way. I mean, it's obviously a very small stick, right? It's a very small stick. He has too much elastic. I mean, it cannot be a sword, right? I think it's unlikely to be a sword, this thing. By the way, swords do not make sounds, so... I mean, if you use a normal sword, you know, and you try to swing it, you will never make any sound, right? So it's just a video game and movie thing, but it's fine. We can do that. Because I mean, the speed at which you move a sword, a metal sword, right, will never do a sound in the air unless you really swing it super quick, like you are rotating on yourself at God speed, right? So, but anyway, yeah, if you make it too slow, it starts to be multiple, right? So it doesn't really, it's not really capable of making of changing the tempo, right, properly. So making it slower, longer. I mean, making it longer, right? It's not really capable. I mean, the only thing you can do is to change the tempo, or change the speed. But even if you change the speed, it's a bit better though. It's better. The problem is that now maybe it's too low, because I already reduced the pitch, right? So if we don't reduce the pitch then, and we just do that, it's becoming slightly better, I have to say. No. So change speed is different than change tempo, significantly different. Not bad. How do you like it? Are we also going to get an April 1st event where the ship make X sounds? Do you like it, or is too slow now? It's too low now. I don't know. What if the X makes ship sound too? Yeah, it's what is happening in game at the moment. And this is why I'm doing this fix. Because our axe makes sheep sounds, because I just did a test in the game, right? So every time you click on you swing an axe, at the moment this happens. The last one is fantastic. These are all different, for example, right? These are just 6 different sheep sounds that we added to our sheep, because we have a sheep. It's called Cormi because just is a is a special thingy, but is a sheep pretty much. Well, it's slightly different. He has horns, but I think it's not bad. It's also not too annoying. The volume is a bit higher than the others that I don't know if I really like. It's not too bad. I think it's not too annoying. So we will call it swing heavy. I will call it swing heavy. Yeah, it's easier if I just drop it. Swing heavy. Slowing it down is causing it to be more bassy. I think it's an horrible idea to tame the sound somewhat in their the identity, like Axis being gassed up and brutal things in the game. They should have some bass, but Hammers lower it, and really other probably should. Yeah, I agree. I think. Oh, there is stereo sound. Oh no, it's not stereo sound. It's just that it's not centered. Okay. Yeah, I can also do a pass at the end, but you know, it's always how much time we want to dedicate to things. Well, definitely is different. For sure is different. For sure it sounds different. So this heavy, maybe we can put it on. But the problem is that I have the sword. Wait a second. Because I don't do it by weapon, I do it by category. So if I make it too heavy, right, it will sound okay for a claymore, but it will not really sound okay for a long sword, right, or for a short sword, because a short sword is inside a sword. So I have to be a bit careful on that. I have to be a bit careful. I think I have to do a middle ground. I think I have to do a middle ground. Think I have to do a middle ground, my boys. Because otherwise I think it would be too it will sound very weird on a short sword, right? So okay. So this one we will call it swing medium, and probably we will use them. I'm keeping the heavy, but I think we will use the medium, because if we use the heavy, it will sound very weird on certain weapons, right? So I think I will use the medium at the end. also save. Actually, the original X is the best, but it's a bit fast actually. It should not be too long because otherwise you will hear the hit before you finish the swoosh, right? So the swoosh. So we have to be careful that the sound is not too long because otherwise. I did not import the medium yet. No, I didn't. Also this one is wrong panning. I think it will be better with than without, but we have to see a bit how it sounds in game, right? So, and what feeling do we get? Yeah, but this one seems to be fine, actually. The heavy seems to be a bit too much. Okay. I mean, I'm not super happy about it, but I think it's okay. I think it's kind of fine. I'm watching woodcutting video and the access swing don't really make any noise. Yeah, exactly. It's true. Yeah, there is no noise actually. It's just a video game thing, but you will not make any noise with any weapon. Unless it's a chain weapon and you cannot possibly, I mean, you can try, but it will not go through. So you can, but you cannot at the same time. So we will use the medium. We will use the medium for what? We will use the medium for the sword. Okay, so the sword will be the medium. The knives and dagger will obviously be the knife and dagger. So we have one dedicated to it, right? The axe, I think we will go back to the axe. I don't know. It sounds a bit too light now. You know, the fact that, I mean, if this is a sword, no. If this is a sword, and this is the axe, sounds very short, right, compared to the sword. I mean, you can leave it this way anyway, right? But I'm saying that it sounds a bit weird compared to the. Okay, then we have the mace and hammer. Mace and hammer should be larger weapons. Yeah, in the chat, yes. In Discord you can send it to me, but not in the, if you're not, but anyway. It's only woodcutting video on YouTube, yeah. Yeah, it's blocking all the links, so you cannot post the link. But if you just want to say that, yeah, it doesn't make sound, I know it doesn't make sound. Because to make sound in the air, you really need something very quick, right? You need something very quick. Now, how does a mace? So basically, what we are doing is fiction, right? At the moment, is absolutely fiction. I have no idea how a mace, I mean, how we can convey the swing of a mace, considering the mace should be heavier, right? I have no idea, but let's try a few more swing and see. No idea what is that. Is this the one that we have, or no? I think it's not bad. I think it sounds different. I think it sounds different. It sounds different enough. And anyway, when then we have these sounds in the game, you know, we can always switch them, right? I mean, it sounds a bit blunt, but it's exactly what an X is, right? So I think it's not bad. I think we can use it. I mean, it's a bit is in between a hit and a, but I think it's not too bad. So this will become swing mace. Okay. I don't know if in other games you hear the sound or not. I don't know. Do you hear the sound of stuff swinging in other games or no? Probably yes. I don't remember. This one is already fairly low, so I think we can modulate it up a bit, right? Wow, sounds identical. No. Okay. Okay, so we have our mace sound. Mace and hammer. Okay, polearm and spear. Well, polearm and spear, I think we can just reuse one of the others. I think it's fine. Also because I don't even know how many polearm and spear we have in the game. Probably 0. So, no, actually polearm we have. We have the polearm like with the one with the hammer, right? Yes. Yes. I think we can use the medium. And for the ranged, well, the ranged in theory, I mean, if it's a bow or a crossbow, it's a completely different sound. I mean, the crossbow can really have the sound of the click, right? While the bow should have the string sound. But I don't know. I can try bow and see what we get. Not that bow. Holy shit. No, bow is something else in these things. It's the violin bow. Violin bow, no. I mean, it sounds annoying, but it's probably the way it should be. Because it has that elastic down. Mom. That was a real bow, I think. Yeah, this one, for example, seems to be fairly correct, but I think it's super annoying. No? Ah! This one is fantastic. Fantastic! This one is fantastic. Exactly what we needed, but yeah. Exactly. Audacity detected the file to be 227.79 BPM. Would you like to enable a music view and set the project tempo to 22T2 down? No, I mean it's a... It's a very quad thingy, but fine. I mean, okay. I mean, it sounds like a punch, but I think this is what it is, actually. I think the second one is too much. I think we can probably use the first one. What do you think, guys? The snap sound of those bow sounds, they were arrow hitting the tie. Yeah, the first ones, yes, I agree. They were more like hitting than... So it is swing ranged, okay? Swing ranged. Okay. Now... Swing ranged. Swing ranged. Okay. Okay. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. This is probably the only correct one, right? So it's the only one that really makes sense because it's probably the only weapon that really makes a sound. Sorry, I duplicated this. I don't know why. I don't know why. I try speeding those bow release sound up like 20% and normalizing then cut down the resulting up pitch. They are a little loose. Let me try. So you mean making it faster or what do you mean release? What do you mean speeding up? Speeding up, I think it's already fairly fast, but I can try. I think I like it as it is, but I can try. Speed multiplier. There is like 15%. It's better than... It's very similar. I think it's very similar. I mean, if you prefer, I can. I mean, I can exaggerate just to see what happens, right? Like 25%. it sounds like a hit. If you make it too fast, it sounds like it's hitting something already, right? Like now that it's 25% faster, it sounds like someone punching the something else, right? No, I think I'll leave it as it is. Because he has a bit of a swing and I think it's fine. Okay. Okay, so this one will be the ranged. So we copy the reference, we put it in our file, and that's it. Then here, what do we have? Here in theory we have the melee, right? So if it's a hand-to-hand combat, so is you are swinging your fist, right? I don't know if I want to have a sound for a fist. I mean, the fist is even slower, right? So it will really make zero sound. It will really make zero sound. I mean, if the previous one were making zero sound, the fist really makes zero sound. So, but let me see if I can somehow. Fist on wall. Nah. That's a hit. Fist punch on a table. I think we can use this once as a hit, right? But I think the fist I will leave it empty. I think the fist doesn't make any sense. I think the fist doesn't make any sense. I think we will just have the hit, right? I think I will remove all of this because in theory we were using the swing of an axe, right? So we were using this one. Where is it? We were using this one, which is not too bad, by the way. We want to use this. I mean, I can keep this. I mean, it's not bad. This one is kind of nice, actually. I really like this sound. This is why I used it everywhere. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can leave this. Then the problem are the monsters, right? So these are the swing of our monsters. And for example, one of our creatures has this one. Why? If the trapper attacks, it does this sound. There is another test that should not be there. Because that's a chicken. That's a chicken, 100%. Yes. I don't know why I have it here. Probably because I was testing, you know. I didn't have any other sounds and I was testing. And so I put just a random sound to test if it was working. Now, we can go by... So, do you think that the monster should have... because we can reuse all this one that we have now, right? The problem is that if I reuse them, then the monster will sound like you. So when the monster attack, it will sound like if you are attacking. And I don't know if that's the best. But anyway, a swing is always a swing, you know? I mean, I don't think we can change this much between all these creatures. I mean, the idea is good, but what kind of sound I can put on like 60 creatures, right? 60 different creatures. I mean, it's impossible, right? It's impossible. I mean, what I can do, I can maybe put like for example, the rat, right? There is a rat, there is a carcass, there is a trapper, there is a whatever. I mean, Catrot probably is the only easy one because he's using a knife. So Catrot can have the sword swing. But all the others, right, is I have no idea really. Or we add a voice, right? So like the monster is starting the attack, right? And so it's saying something. Like imagine a tennis player, right? When he's saying right? Imagine a tennis player when he's swinging and hitting the ball. So maybe the monster can do the same, right? So it can have a sound. The problem is that if I do that, then I really need a different sound for every monster, right? Because they cannot have the same voice. So if he's a right? So for example, the rat, right? I think the rat is easy because we will find rat sounds, right? I assume. Holy shit, it's kind of scary. This one is very nice, actually. I think the rat, for example, we can do, right? I think that the rat, when the rat attacks, this one is pretty good. We can get something out of it. But, I mean, doing one for every monster will be a long work. Huh? We can do it. We can do it. I'm not saying no, but... It sounded better than this, but anyway, maybe because when you hear it all... It is a bit annoying, I have to say. It is a bit annoying, so I don't know if I really want to put it into the game. It is a bit annoying, huh? Let me see if I lower it a bit. Holy shit, because it's very squeaky, right? I mean, obviously it's a rat. It's too annoying. I think I don't want to put it in game. I mean, it's realistic because it really sounds like a rat, but I don't think it's something I want to put into the game. It's too annoying to hear. If you hear this, 100 times, you will just never hit rats anymore. My dog jumped. Yeah, maybe he recognized that it's a real creature. Maybe he recognized that it's a real thing. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the... This is a bit better. This maybe is less annoying. Let me try this one a second. Let me try this one. I don't understand the doom at the end. Huh? It's better because it sounds a bit like a bird, right? It sounds a bit like a bird, and so it's actually less annoying. It's more gentle, right? Like this, I think is acceptable. I mean, I would not go crazy if the game plays this. It sounds a bit like a broken chair that is just squeaking, but yeah. I think it's slightly better. Now, if you make it louder, I think it will... What? What do you do? I don't understand. Now the problem is if I take this and I make it louder, I think it will become annoying. Unfortunately. It's not super annoying. It's not super annoying. I mean, it's kind of annoying, but not super annoying. I think we can live with a rat doing this. Let me see if I kill it completely like this. Did I kill it? Not really. I think it's okay. I think I can live with that. I think I can live with a rat doing this. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. It doesn't annoy me too much. Now the problem, do we put it under rat or do we put it under weapons hit, right? Weapon swing, right? I think we put it under rat. I think we put it under rat. I think it's the easiest. Chomp. I think we put it here. Oops, again the same mistake. Center, export, browser, rat, export, yes, do it, override, reimport, yes, okay. And then we create a queue. The only thing that we have to remember is to put the modulator and then to increase the volume to 1 because I don't know why the volume is always at like 0. Let me try if I exaggerate with the variation. Why there is still the thump? If I remove the what? Fuck. I think I removed it. No. I removed the bump. Am I going crazy or? Oh, no, there was another one. There was another one. Fuck. There was another one. There was another one. Which is actually mixed with the... Yeah, so it's impossible to remove, basically. It's impossible to remove that bump without doing damage to the sound. I mean, I can try, but... Well, for sure it's less. Yeah, you hear the click. I think like this is slightly better than before, but still is you can hear it easy. But it's fine. I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's fine. There was a bit of a bump. I don't know if it's the trough or whatever is the, you know, is the mouth sound. I mean, it's fine. It's a creature anyway. I mean, is it like a, you know, it's a weird creature. So I think we are fine with that. I think I think it's fine. Again, bro. This, when you split the stereo sound, is always messing up. Okay. Yeah, there is no music in the background because I'm trying to listen to these sounds, but... Would be nice to have one variation, right? One variation, because it's too... I mean, if he makes always the same sound, it's super annoying. We need it. We would not... I mean, we need a variation. But we will never find it. Holy moly. I don't know if this is a rat actually. I mean, it sounds more like a bird, but... It sounds more like a bird, my friends. You have to kill the low frequency. The thump is interlaced with another. You have to kill the low frequency. Does the sound need the last note with the thump in it? I don't know. I mean, this is the thump. You could be. I don't think I can really edit. They start to be annoying though, eh? This one maybe is fine. Is a squid squid. Fuck, it's kind of scary, this sound. I mean, it kind of scares me. It kind of scares me, boys. It's scary to think that a creature is speaking this way. This is a bird, I think. This is a bird. I don't believe it's a rat. Okay, let's take this other one. Maybe it's already 2 variations. It's a bit better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing. It sounds like a door, but it sounds like a door squeaking, but and it's super fast as well. So I don't know, maybe if we change the speed a bit. Too slow. It's really a door. I don't know. No, sorry, I didn't want to do this. I wanted to do this and then do this on this and then try to get what if we reverse it? Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. It sounds a bit like a rat anyway, yeah? I mean, I have to say that it's kind of convincing. I think it's kind of convincing. But you will tell me, guys, if when you fight it's too annoying, I will remove it, okay? So you will say, nope, it's too annoying. I cannot fight rats anymore because this sound makes me crazy. And I will remove it, okay? So we can just, we can remove it. We can put it in, see what people say. And, and if they really, really hate it, we remove it, okay? Baraba, 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 baraba. Seems that he's singing. Okay, I think it's approved. The problem is that if we have to do this for every creature, it will take me 5 days. But I don't know. So we have 3 types of rats, and I would say that all the rats will use the same sound. So the rat, the rat, the one-eyed rat, and the diseased rat, right? So they will use all the same sound. Now, when attacking, right? And it is the swing, right? It is the swing. And then it will be the hit as well, but yeah. So what about, for example, the clacker, right? The clacker, when he's attacking, he may actually make a sound of the 2 antennas. But do we have an antenna sound? I don't think so. I think we may have an insect sound. Insect. We may have an insect sound, but there will be like bees and mosquitoes and things like that, right? Exactly. Holy moly. Crickets. What the fuck is that? Insect running on the table. But this can actually work for the clacker. It's completely weird, but I think it may work actually. It may work. He's obviously a guy that is just tapping his fingers on the table, but it is exactly what our. Do you know how our clacker are? The clacker are these creatures, those ones. In our download page, there is one of them. So they basically hit, you know, this. Arms together, they clap them, right? They clap them a bit, like and I think that is exactly what this sound is about. So it's perfect. Tongue clicking kind of sound. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's very low volume, so it's like 0 volume, but anyway. Wow, 26 amplification, Jesus. Can I take this noise profile or is it too short? I think it's too short. Ah, he got it. He got the noise profile from like a millimeter. If he would have done it slightly slower, bro, you did the whole thing the same. But anyway, there is this part that is not bad. There is a lot of echo. Unfortunately. Well, I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but It's not the best thing in the world, huh? Too much. I don't know. I think at the end probably it's not gonna work. I don't know. I mean, it sounded okay, but it's too fast, right? It's like super fast. I mean, there is not enough pause between the bumps, right? So that's the problem. It's not that is short or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't convince me really at the end. Ah, wait. We kind of broke. I mean, we managed to break it, but wait. I don't think the sound is clicky enough. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was. I think it was fine, but it's not. Ah, wait. The nails at the end. Okay, let's try with this one. Hey, we're trying to use what we have, but it's extremely harmonious. I don't know. There is like it's like a song. I can try to slow it down, and then I can try to pitch it again up, right? So that is. Nah. I think that is the best that we can get from this one. That is the maximum that we can extract. But it's not working, I think. Doesn't really click to me. Okay, let's abandon this one. Pity, because I think he had some potential, but no. What is this? It's so low volume that is basically you cannot hear it. But there is something there. There is something here. Jeez. So we will have an insane noise. We will have an insane amount of background noise. Um, that is similar to the other one, huh? There is still so much background noise, it's insane. There is still so much background noise. It's not bad. I mean, it's similar to the previous, just a bit more high pitch. So I don't know. I mean, I don't dislike it. Sounds a bit metallic, right? There is the guy scratching his nails on the table, a thin piece of wood. Yeah, probably. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. This one is the best one, actually. I think it gives character to the creature, though. I think it gives a bit of character to the creature. I think they are good, actually. I think we will use them. The problem is just the volume and the noise and the insane noise on the background, but there is a lot of echo and holy. Someone clicked on loop. Okay. Well, it's a bit weird, but you know, I think we can survive. It is a bit weird, huh? I have to say it is a bit weird. So it sounds slightly robotic, which is maybe a problem, right? It sounds slightly robotic. Yes, it does. But at this point, I don't have a better one. So we will just leave with this. We will just live with this, and then we will see how it works in game, right? If it really sounds bad, I will change them. And anyway, if you have any sounds, right, that you want to submit, I mean, obviously you can, right? You can. You can send me your sound and say, hey, I would like this one and such. For this creature, right? What did I do? Did do duplicate or not? Yeah. So this would be clacker. This will be clacker Q, and clacker Q will have a random of 3 different ones. And we'll have another wave, and we'll have our clacker 1, clacker 2. I mean, it's called clacker for a reason, right? And the modulation, I don't think we should go so crazy, but let's do like this. It's not bad. I mean, it's a bit weird. I agree. I mean, if you ask me, it is a bit weird, but I think it will look okay on that creature. I think it looks fine on that creature, actually. I think it will. I think players will go like, the monsters are speaking. What happened? What happened? Because I removed the sheep sound on the X. Okay, clacker. Now Grendel. Oh my god. I mean, the Grendel, I don't know if you know it, but the Grendel is this guy. Grendel, do we have a picture? I mean, the Grendel, I don't know. We can search cake. We don't have a picture. What do you mean we don't have a picture? But we have it here in the project. Wait. Grendel. Grendel is this undead creature with a missing belly. This undead creature with a missing belly. You see? It's missing. I don't know which kind of sound he can make when he attacks, but it can really be or a growl, right? So like, bleh, 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 bleh. Maybe I can make the sounds. This was the one that we had actually in the, yeah, that is the one that we had here in this Grendel grunt, right? We had it in this file. Can I open them all in the same file, or is it gonna open 5 of them? I think it's gonna open 5 of them. Ah, no, in the same file. Fantastic. Like, holy shit. There is a lion. Anyway. Yeah, it's an elaboration of a lion roar, pretty much. This one is not bad. I mean, it's again a bit metallic, unfortunately. Because they've been processed like crazy. That's basically, so this is basically a lion roar with a tremble in between, right? That is how these sounds have been created. And in fact, in the same directory, I have lion, right? So probably if you take the real lion. Holy shit. That is scary as hell. Wow, the last one. Holy moly, what a creature. This one is not bad. I think we can use it as is. For the Grendel, I think this one is liquid enough. The problem is always the noise. This is a dog? I don't know. Let me see if I search lion sounds. Sea lion? What the fuck? I want to know what the lion was doing. This one is not bad, actually. I mean, people that know animals we recognize as a lion. We don't, because we don't know, but... Holy. I mean, the problem is that people will recognize as a lion. That's the issue. People that know, you know, how lions do. I mean, we don't. But these lions are way better than... can I close all? No, it's a question. It's too hard of a question. Okay. Okay. Let me see these lions. For the Grendel, the lions are fantastic. Yeah, it's basically a barp, right? But I really like it though. I think it's pretty good on a Grendel, right? Do you imagine this guy? Do you imagine this guy saying? This guy is saying this. It's fantastic. It's exactly him. Blah. Blah. Now, there is a lion. Can you imagine that the lion does that sound? There is a recorded lion. There is a real lion. It's insane, huh? It sounds like a giant barp, like 20 Coca-Cola bottles. Let me see if we can do something to it. No, not the amplification, but we can do the... if we like increase the... If we... I don't know. Make it faster? No, faster no. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Okay, so I think this one is approved for the Grendel, but now we need a variation. Wow. Sounds like you are moving a wooden table on the ground without lifting it. Does this sound? I mean, they're not bad. Someone that knows lions will go, what the fuck they did? Buh. Buh. The Barpy guy. We will call him the Barpy guy, okay? Can we invert it? Can we reverse it? If I reverse it, what happens? Wow. Looks like he's... I think reverse is even better. No? There is the normal, right? There is the reverse. It's even more alien. I mean, it's a bit weird because he goes... I guess this first part... That it really sounds inverted. This part really sounds inverted. Maybe I can invert again this. Yes. Wow. Not bad. If I invert this one, what happens? No, it's better. I don't know, maybe it is a bit too much. It sounds a bit like barping. Maybe we can use only this one. I wanted to have a variation, but okay, let's use only this one, okay? Let's use only the second one, okay. Okay, fine. Fine, this would be Grendel 1. Well, we only have one, but anyway. Grendel 1. Creatures, NPC. New folder, Grendel. Yeah, but this is a work that you could do, right? You could help me doing this. So you could start to go through all our monsters and find the proper, you know, and find the proper sounds. Why you don't do that, huh? Uh-oh. It didn't work. Why? Okay. No, Grendel 1, Grendel Q. So go, I mean, drink a lot of Coca-Cola and then do these sounds for me. Do it! Fantastic. I mean, post me a spreadsheet of what you need done and I will fit it while grinding lockpicking. Yeah, I don't know if you can lockpick and do this. I don't know if you can do, unless you have 4 hands. But, yeah. Hey, we need sounds for all our monsters, right? That's what we need. We need monster sounds. So if you find interesting sounds that we can use, mate, they have to be CC0 or anyway, or recorded by you. And then you give us the copyright of that, or just CC0, right? So you cannot just download a random sound from the internet and pretend that it's good, right? Because unfortunately, copyright doesn't work that way. But yeah. Even if in the age of AI, copyright is probably going to disappear. A gobble. I don't know. A gobble is just swinging his hand. So I think, you know what? For the gobble, we just use a normal axe. I think we will use the normal X for the gobble. So when the gobble attacks, unless we want to have like a dog mouth attack, I don't know, but I think it would be reasonable that the gobble does the weapon sounds. Where is it? Combat swing. Yeah, maybe the standard sword sound or nothing. I don't know. I think we can use the medium swing on the gobble for now. I think it's fine. This one is very interesting. This one I have no idea. This one no, this one I have no idea. This one is this. What sound can this thing make? Or we I use the same of the Grendel? No, it's too... This sound is really of a big ape, right? Yes. This is really a big ape. While this guy is not like that. But I have no idea what this... What kind of... I mean, he could make a squishy sound. I mean, like a... I don't know. Is there a list of sound needed? I can give you a list of the monster. You need to know the monster. You can find them in game or on our wiki. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, all our monsters. I mean, I'm trying to fill in these attacks, right? So basically, how much time I still have for today? Like 20 minutes. So I don't know which one we will do, but any one of those will be good to do, right? And I think that we will... I mean, many are the same monster, just with a different skin. So like, for example, now we did the Grendel, right? So we did the Grendel, but the Grendel 3, or the Toxic Grendel, right? Which is another version. Where is it? I cannot see it for whatever reason. I see. Yeah, the Toxic Grendel, right? So we, but for example, and the Gobble, yeah, also the Gobble, we do this Gobble, this Gobble, this Gobble, right? In the same way. But yeah, for example, this guy, I don't know, I can give you one or two, right? I can give you one or two if you want to. So like this guy, do you want to take a screenshot? If you want to try, this guy is kind of a flying thingy. I don't know, what is it? He's a flying serpent eagle. This thing, right? We need sounds when he attacks. We need sounds. And I can leave this one to you, and I can leave to you also this one if you want. The Trapor. This guy's important. He's an important guy. This guy. So you can try with this too and see what you come up with. Okay, you can just, I don't know, take a screenshot or just... they are Grendel. No, they are, Carcaras is the flying thing. And Trapor is this guy. Carcaras and Trapor. The flying thing and this one. And we just need a sound when he attacks, right? That is not too annoying. I mean, it should not be super squeaky, right? Because otherwise then players will go crazy. And meanwhile, I can continue with... I think continue with the Ulber now. The Ulber now, I think it should really be like an ape, like a giant ape, like King Kong, right? Like King Kong. Do we have a King Kong sound? I don't know. Alien ape. What the fuck? Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Tuk tuk. Sorry for your ears. No, I need a roar actually. I mean, monkey is not really the proper search, I guess. Wow. Holy moly, yeah, something like that. No. What the? Come on. No. Holy shit, my ears. There are no good roars here. This one is the lion again. Ah! Ah! This is a guy just angry. Ah! Ah! We can put it when there is a bug, you know? When there is a bug in the game, the sounds come out. Ah! 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 Wow. There is a guy. He said that is his voice. Pretty good, actually. No. I don't know what voice should an Ulbernaut have? I don't know. Ulber. Naut. This guy, right? This guy. What voice should this guy have? It's a good question, actually. It's a good question. I mean, for sure he has a big torso, right? And he's anyway a big guy, so he should have a fairly strong, like a roar, yes, but... All it. I mean, that's a bit too much. Godzilla roar? Godzilla? Nah. I don't like that. Perfect? What is perfect? Just jump scare, Ubernaut, man yelling, just become missing sounds, fireplace solder, can wait to hear it while blacksmithing. Yeah. I don't find any good roar. What is that? Holy shit. Oh my god. This is a zombie. The description of this is recording multiple roars into a tiny can, into a tin can. I think these ones are good for the Grendel. Should we split? Should we invert, because it's more undead, you know? Should we use the wait? Should we use the Grendel one for the Ulber? No. But these ones are not bad, actually. They are too slow, though. No, I prefer the one that we selected. Holy moly! It sounds like a dinosaur. Wow. This one is not bad, it's just too much echo. And it's a bit too long. This one can be a variation for our Grendel. Wait a second. Wait a second. This one I think can be a variation. Maybe not that long, right? But the problem is the I mean, we can fade out, right? It's not bad, I think. Yeah, even shorter, yes. Even without the intro, I think. Okay, this one becomes Grendel number 2, I think. This one becomes Grendel number 2. Grendel number 2. Grendel number 2. Grendel number 2. So we do a random. They are very different, but it's fine. I mean, they're different, but compatible, I would say. Could be kind of the same creature, I think. Think it could be. okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fine, my boys. Okay, but we still have the problem for our Ul burnout, huh? Maybe faded after the Google start, yes. The one that sounded like a man reaction would make a great Grendel. Think so? I don't know. Chicken scream. Holy moly. This one is not bad, but it really sounds like a human though. But I would feel that this beast has this sound, right? Maybe a bit less long, a bit shorter. A bit shorter. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot really cut it, but let me try. I don't know. We can try. We can try, my boys. We can try. And by the way, you can improve any sound in the game. You just go in game and you just go in game and see what sounds we have, and you say, oh, it's missing this sound, we add it, right? If you could make it like shorter, like significantly, like removing all the middle part. You can hear the click, obviously, where I cut, because it's very hard to cut in a way that you don't hear the click. Unfortunately. It's very, 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 very hard, but you can try. There it is, the click. Wow. Wow. Do you think I can cut more than this? And if I cut more than this, what happens? Not bad. No? This guy? Chicken scream could work for Trapper? I don't know. This guy? I think it's not bad. I mean, there is a bit this tone going up at the beginning, which is kind of annoying. And like, woo, 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 woo. I don't understand why, but unfortunately we cannot cut between ear and ear. If we cut between ear and ear, it will become a mess. I mean, we can try, but it will never work, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, right? And the click now, it is insane. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I think it's usable. Let me try to make it shorter. Let me try to make it shorter. No, the opposite. Wow! Wow! I mean, I could do this, and then I could just lower the pitch like a boss to make it go back to what it was, right? Oh wow, it's too much. So we have this one or this one. This one is longer. This one is shorter. Maybe we can use both. Can we reverse this one and see what happens? Because the reverse sometimes is doing good stuff. Sometimes. It's pretty much identical. I think it sounds better reverse because it sounds less like a human. Exactly. I think we're a bit back at the lion roar. I mean, we manipulated it so much and now it sounds again like a lion. But I think it's fine. One is longer, one is shorter. I think we can have two variations, right? This can be two variations. I think it's good. I think it's good. We will use it, guys. We will use it. So this is the Ulbernaut 1 and Ulbernaut 2. Let's do this. Ulbernaut 2. Okay, one piece at a time, my guys. One piece at a time. We will make this game great, okay? Don't worry. One piece at a time. One pixel at a time. It works, but a sudden shift starts sounding like word. Yeah, I think it works. The last cut sounds is like saying wow. 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 Could be. Nah, I think it's okay. I mean, again, we are not making GTA 6, right? Here we are not making GTA 6, unfortunately. No, luckily. No, I don't know. So it's okay. I mean, it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay. I think it works actually. I think it kind of works actually. I mean, I can see that guy making that sound roughly. I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, it's okay. It's okay, boys. It's a free game, done for fun. Come on. Come on. Rawr. Rawr. And if there are some funny things, you know, it's fine, right? It's fine. I mean, I think that there are things that you remember of video games because maybe they made you laugh, right? So the fact that it's not perfect, it is a bit weird, you know, it's fine. I mean, it's okay. I mean, maybe it makes you laugh and is anyway entertaining, right? A video game should be entertaining. So if it's making you laugh, I mean, I think objective achieved, right? Mission accomplished. So yeah. I mean, for sure it is nicer to fight, you know, a monster with this sound than with complete silence, right? I think it feels more engaging, you know. If you are, imagine you are swinging your sword, the thing it is attacking you, and you hear this. I mean, it's more engaging than hearing complete silence like today, right? Today we hear nothing. So the monster is fighting, but you don't hear anything. And I don't know. I think it's an improvement. I think it's definitely an improvement. Better than nothing. Okay. Now. So this will go on the Ulber, on the Maulber, on the Weilnaut, and that's it. And on the Maulber Lord. Wow, we also have a Maulber Lord. Okay, so, before going to bed, because I think it's late, but can we do one testing game just to see if anything of this works, or... So if I reload the attack sounds, right? Does this thing populate? Yes, it populates. Okay, that's very nice. And now the only problem is that now I need monsters, right? I need monsters. So I think we can go production database and then really reload all the NPC. Will take a bit, and then we will teleport them to us, and we will see if this works or not. I have no idea, but we will try. We will try, okay? Let's go. It works, definitely sounds like it's grinding while playing at you. Exactly. So that's the start of the attack, right? The start of the attack. So it's like swinging his arms and it's like saying that. He's saying, I think it's okay. I think it's good. I think it's fine. And then I will go. And then I will go, my friends will go, we'll go, we'll go, we'll go. We'll go, we'll go, we'll go, we'll go. Look at this new beautiful button, Create an account here. This is for our Steam guys, because Steam said, oh, I cannot create an account from the game. I'm uninstalling. One guy said that. He said, big mistake, I'm uninstalling immediately. I said, okay, well, fine. Uninstall. It's fine. It's loading a lot of NPC. And all those NPC will actually fall down because I don't have all the levels loaded, but we will teleport them to us. This is what we will do. Still loading, loading million items. It's loading guilds. I don't know why it's loading. It's loading guilds because there are certain NPC inside inside guild houses or whatever inside, and so it's repopulating. Bunch of stuff. Stuff. Okay, you ready? By the way, the Trapper has idle sound. Listen to this, because this is what it does when it's idle. You hear those zwifts, those thingies? And that's the footsteps. Drum roll. Okay, we will go like hissing. Yeah, exactly. Hissing. Yes. So we will go here. In a place where there are not already 1.5 million monsters. Eh? And I don't know what he loaded, but he loaded something. And we'll teleport to us what? A clacker? Okay, that is a clacker. The little guy. And now we need to go visible because we are unfortunately we are invincible, inattackable, in whatever. Invisible, not attackable. I mean, he should attack me, right? Because if he doesn't attack me, it makes no sense. I hope I don't do too much damage. Let me remove my weapon. Why my inventory is always a mess? Why my inventory... Wait. It's gonna take a second, but it's gonna drop it, huh? Okay. Let me just destroy this. My inventory is always a mess. I mean, it's like a mess. Okay. Can we destroy this as well, please? I don't need it. Okay. And this as well. I have a lot of baits. I don't know why. Okay. So I will remove my weapon. And then I will try to attack him with my bare hands. Right? Sorry. He didn't do it. He didn't do the... Huh? I mean, he did the hit, but he didn't do the swing attack. Why doesn't it attack me? Hello? I'm attacking you. Hello? Am I still invisible or what? I am not invisible. I'm not invincible. I am attackable. No, I'm good. Why my mouse disappeared, by the way? Because I have the... This guy doesn't want to attack me for whatever reason. That's a bit strange, huh? He attacked me before, but now... It's like sleeping. Hello? Fuck. Okay, let's take another guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! He's not speaking though. Huh? He said something. Is casting spells or what? I think he killed me. Fuck. But it's not doing it though. I mean, that sound I think was a spell or something. Why is it not doing it? Why is not doing it? I mean, there were some sounds actually, but I didn't understand if those sounds were... they sounded like spells or something. Huh? So which one we did? We did the rat, right? For example, the rat. Okay. It doesn't seem to work though, huh? No, wait. Oh fuck, it doesn't take the no, I can just say diseased. Wait. Okay. There is a nice diseased rat, right? It's a rat that is all green from his disease. By the way, this texture so low resolution, we should upscale it. Let me see. The rat texture seems to be very old. One second. The rat texture. Yeah, it's still 512. We should upscale it. We should upscale this texture. I think we have scaled it once already, but they are all 512. We should go at least 1K. But anyway, apart from the texture, right? I attack this guy. Take this. Can you squeak? It's not squeaking. Why is it not squeaking? By the way, I'm lagging a lot. I don't know why. I'm lagging really a lot. But it's definitely not working, okay? It's definitely not working. It's definitely not working. I think the reason is... Stop attacking me, you stupid rat! Stop attacking me or I kill you. I kill you, huh? I tell you, I kill you. I don't know why I'm lagging so much. I mean, I'm lagging like a boss. It's on my PC, by the way. I think because there are like 100 NPC falling down. I told you that I would kill you. I told you. You didn't listen. Okay. You know why I think? The reason is that the system works when you have the attack sound in the animation. And at the moment, we don't have the attack, we don't have the notify, here it is, PS notify attack sound, right? So this should be inside the attack animation. And at the moment, we have it only for the characters. Yep. That's exactly the reason, my boys. So if I take this rat... No, not this rat. If I take... this rat, right? And I take his attack animation... Exactly. You see, it doesn't have it. So it cannot work, right? It cannot work. So we can decide in this thing, I mean, assuming that is done properly, which I don't know, we should add a new, how do you do that? Add notify, yes. We have a plane shift, anim notify attack sound. Yeah, exactly. And this one, I think it should already work. I think. Let me do the last test and then we go. Wait. But I don't know if he's enabled on creatures. I think he's enabled on characters, but I don't know if he's enabled on creatures. So basically I have to change every every attack animation of all our monsters, right, to have this PS anim notify attack sound, and this will be passed right through. But I don't know if the blueprint of the rat actually is passing the sound ID. No, you see, it's not. It's not passing the sound ID. Because at that time we didn't have it. I don't know why we're not passing the sound ID, but I think we should. I think if we pass the sound ID, it should work, by the way. But I mean, I need a bit more time. Unfortunately, I finished my time now, guys. I really finished my time. It's a pity because I wanted to do at least one test, but we are close. I mean, this thing is basically working. This thing is basically working. So if I take the cran, for example, right? Where the hell is the attack animation? I have no idea. Combat montage, combat montage. Yeah, you see, PS anim attack notify. PS anim attack notify and PS anim attack trail, yes. Yes. But sound ID. No, it must. No, it's in the. No, it's not here. It's in the. It's in a completely another place. But anyway, Play receive attack animation on client play. Yeah, exactly. Is here. Yes, and then is here. Sound ID, you see? Yeah, we pass. Okay, I don't know. We will try with the rat, but basically, I think I just have to connect, right? I think I just have to connect this with the attack sound ID, and I don't think I need to connect it with the others like the die, the hit, right? But you know what, we will connect it just for fun because maybe we will do it in the future. Okay, last test. Okay, last test. So now we are passing the sound ID also to the creature, but I'm not completely sure that this is the only thing I have to do. Maybe this sound ID is not populated properly up front because I did it only for characters. Goodbye, Hula. Have a good night. Is the lag from you being in production? I don't know. I think it's because probably all the monsters are falling down and is lagging. I don't know. It's weird. Usually on my machine it doesn't lag when I'm local, right? But it was. But consider it's loading like 1,500 NPC, right? And every NPC is falling down and respawning, because I don't have all the maps. So, and some of them are trying to move, so. And every NPC is thinking every 0.2 seconds. So you have basically, you know, you have 10,000 triggers a second, right? That are triggering. Yeah. Unfortunately. I mean, there is no other way. I mean, if you want your NPC to move and do something, right? The good news is that CPUs are becoming faster and faster, right? So it will be less of a problem, but and internet also is becoming faster and faster, so even on a small machine like the one that we have, right, it's kind of working. Maybe it's not super smooth, but it's working. But yeah, I mean, if you take a large MMO, I mean, they have batteries of servers, right? So they have a very high cost of infrastructure, right? And we are just running on a pretty much on a normal machine, right? Teleport diseased me. Hello, diseased rat. You're back, eh? You're back. Yeah, I'm lagging. Look at how much I'm lagging. I don't know why. Okay, now. I don't know. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. Depends a bit on the moment. Okay, last test and then I go. Invisible, invincible, attackable. Invisible, invincible, attackable, right? Okay. Try to say something. No. He's definitely not saying anything. He's playing the attack animation, right? So... yeah, he's playing the attack animation, right? So... oh wow, I ranked up in armor. He's playing the attack animation, so it means that he goes through this for sure. He goes through this, right? Because there is the same attack animation. Yeah, there is the same attack animation. So it's going through this, but for some reason this is not triggering. I don't remember if there were other settings that I had to do. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that this thing should trigger the notify. Now it's possible that in the code I did something right. Maybe it's not finding the creature. I mean, we have to debug it a second and see. PS anim, but I have to go, guys. I really have to go. I cannot stay. It's too late. It's too late, but we will have to check, right? We will have to check in this sound ID. UPS anim notify sound ID. Server log. Server log. Does it print this? No, it doesn't print it. Strange that it doesn't print it though. I have to debug it a bit and see. Or it doesn't find the notify. We can debug it. Set PS anim notify in mont. Because maybe you need a montage, right? And we don't have a montage on the rat. We have to think about it a bit. I don't know. Play PS animation. Ah, this thing is only for the montage. Yeah. And this thing is not inside the montage. I think there is the no, but I do play PS animation montage though. Rat montage. Rat montage. Ah, I have to put it here. Wait a second. Wait, Wait. Last test. Wait a second. We put it on where? We put it on the attack animation, but that's not the right place to put it. No. Well, in theory it's the same, no? No, it's not the same. No, I think he's doing when he's playing the montage. So it should be here. PS animation attack sound. PS animation attack sound. This rat is fairly square. I think we should improve a bit the geometry of this guy one day. Okay, last test. Last test. What time is it? Midnight 30. Holy shit. Would a game support running across multiple server and load balancing? I don't know. I mean, we can do it, but you know, first you need to have multiple servers. Who's paying for the servers? But no, I would say at the moment we are one server only. One server only. The sound are in your client. Yes. The server is rendering all the NPC? No, the server is never rendering anything. The server is headless, so it doesn't render. But it moves actors, right? And yes, it's moving actors even if the player is not there, yes. Because NPC can do stuff. They can build villages by themselves. They can play by themselves. We have tribes that evolve and build villages, and even if the players are not there, they do stuff. And then when the players log in, they will find the stuff that the NPC did. So yes, everything is moving and active even without players. But from the server point of view, it's just moving an actor, right? So it's like a coordinate. I mean, it's a name and coordinates. I mean, it's not exactly like that, but just to give you an idea, right? Now, if he's playing the animations, I don't know, but I think unfortunately probably it is trying to play the animations because he needs to understand where he's stepping on, right? Because an NPC while moving can get stuck on a rock or on a stair or whatever. So it is actually, but he's doing it without rendering anything. So like for example, textures, the server is not loading any textures, right? It's not loading any. Okay. Invisible, invincible, not attackable, right? And attackable. And we teleport disease to me. Not a great idea to have a diseased rat next to you, but he's doing it. He's doing it. Wow, it feels, even if the sound is not great, it feels so much more alive. It feels so much more alive just because he's doing something. Biribip. Yeah. Biribip, biribop. Biribop. Biribip. Biribop. Biribip. Biribop. Dead. Yeah, it works, guys, but we have to remember to put the this into the montage, right? So basically, if you need to enable the attack sound on a creature, you need to add the DPS anim notify attack sound in the montage, not in the attack sequence. In the attack montage, not in the attack sequence. Yeah, exactly. I knew it. It's working. Okay, so if we add the sounds also for the other creatures, we will have all this thing. Now, I don't know if I want to make it I mean, if you should be able to disable that, right? But obviously, if you put the ambient sound to 0, they will not speak anymore, right? I don't know if I want to have like a disabled combat sounds or something, but I don't know. You can just put the ambient sound to 0 and you will not hear it, okay? So with that said, I will say bye-bye, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time, as usual. We will continue with this, and yes, if that boy, if you want to complete those 2 sounds, right, let me know, send them on Discord, and the Trapor and the Carcaras, those 2, if you want to do it, that would be fantastic. So remove some work from me, and yep, I will see you tomorrow. Remind me which 2 sounds? Carcaras and Trapor. Those 2. I will do them last, okay? I will do them at a certain point, but I will do them last. So if you can do it before me, that's fantastic. So I will wait until you tell me something, okay? No, I really have to go now. You see, attack animation, you can just see it in game. But don't worry about it. Just worry about the creature, right? So they're just... I mean, the flying guy is just leaning forward and attacking with his mouth because he has no hands. And the Trapor the same. It's just attacking with his mouth. It's like biting you, right? It's biting you, moving forward. I really need to go. It's very late. I have to work tomorrow and such. Bye-bye. If you want to click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube is always a good idea, and also it's free. Remember also that our game is available to download. You can play it for Windows, Linux, and Mac, and is also on Steam, by the way. So you can go to Steam and download it. You still have to create the account here, but yep. See you, boys.